You can find us at bwsspodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
So anyway, yeah, it's because we said so. We got Seth here in mic 1. We got Laz over there in mic 2. Yo. We got Lucas in mic 3 with the nice fire pit again. And then we got Camilo back. It's going to be show Camilo now that he's here and he's been here. So
without Camilo, there'll be no show.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You guys run out of friends?
Well,
Maybe.
Not yet, but it's only a matter of time. That's for sure. So anyway, we're going to be talking about the Supreme Court standoff. We all know what happened. We talked about the notorious RBG last week. And of course, literally hours after her death, they started moving to replace her. We're going to be talking about Teremana Tequila, which is The Rock's new, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's new tequila. In fact, here it is. So we're actually going to be breaking that out. We're going to try and make a couple of cocktails with it.
Definitely have to smell what The Rock is cooking.
What's that?
We're going to have to smell what The Rock is cooking.
Yeah, we do got to smell what The Rock is cooking. That's for sure. It's cool, man. Like, I think, I went to the website and you see him down there meeting the people and walking through with the barrels and all that. It's pretty awesome. And then we're going to take a break and then we're going to watch the presidential debate. And then right after that, we're going to come back and talk about the presidential debate, which I think would be freaking awesome. So it's going to be fireworks, folks.
Can't wait.
I think we all know. So, yeah, I can't wait either. All right, that being said, you can get our website at bwsspodcast.com. You can get our Facebook at Twitter at BWSS Podcast. Email is contact at BWSS Podcast. And then YouTube, we don't have a clue. We're up to 36 now. So last time you were here, Camilo, we were at 34, 35. So, or no, I'm sorry. We were at 17 and now, so we're at 36. So we're inching up there. Almost. Up there. But anyway, that being said, folks, we're going to jump into everyone's favorite segment.
It's time for Quick News.
So here we go. We're going to jump off of quick news. So I'm just going to jump right off. We could turn this into a whole topic, but Trump's taxes. New York Times investigation into President Donald Trump's tax filings found that from 2010 to 2018, Trump didn't pay taxes at all, and at one time actually paid $750 in taxes. He wrote off about $26 million in unexplained consulting fees. One of them was to his daughter for $747,000, which he paid her for consulting, and then he wrote it off. Tax law allows him to do that. It's, the IRS might want him to prove. So it's not, it happens, but it's definitely a little bit unusual. But yeah, 10 of the previous 15 years, he didn't pay taxes at all. So what do you guys think about that? That's pretty awesome.
He paid $70,000 for his hairstyle for 1 year.
Yeah,
did he really?
Yeah, and then you got
that.
Colbert. I think he goes and he's like, "Listen, man, you never heard me say this before, but he should have paid more."
Wow, because I saw someone on Facebook. They're like, he should have put that money into his makeup so the orange would blend in or something like that. But I didn't know they were talking about that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm sure it's some truth behind that one because everybody's just live on that joke.
At that level, I guess you're going to be paying more to get your hair cut and stuff.
Yeah, but we pretty $70,000 a year. I mean, if his hair looks good, I ain't gonna lie.
I think everybody's
write-offs, man. It's gotta be more.
Put your glasses on. Own hair, right?
Put my glasses on. You put my glasses on. So here's the thing: most people, they don't really care. The people that love Trump, who cares? The people that hate Trump, right. We knew it. I didn't know they probably didn't suspect the people that are probably didn't realize it was that bad. He didn't pay as much or whatever. And from what I read, it's pretty common. Like, people up there, they just don't pay taxes. And that's the whole problem with the tax system. The fact that, people like us, I paid, $25,000, $30,000 in federal last year. maybe a little bit more, and this guy paid $750.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's insane.
In 10, 15 years.
Well, yeah, and no, that was, I think it was
No, just the 1
2018,
year.
but 10 to 15 years, he didn't pay taxes at all. All right, so Mars, go for it.
What's going on in Mars? So let me check right here. So apparently they have found what they think is going to be more proof of water in Mars.
Yep.
Now, what they're trying to do, let me see, because I was told by Seth that I need to actually have the quotation of whoever wrote this. So let me get this right. This is Paul Rincon on BBC News.
Okay.
Buried lakes of liquid water discovered on Mars. Thing about this is the salinity level of what they find in Mars is what's going to be the challenge of seeing if there's going to be some type of actual life form as we speak right now. But, it's something that, evolving on this exploration of the planets next to us, it's just a matter of time. Then you get an evil Elon Musk that wants to nuke the poles. Nuke the poles of Mars to get some type of total recall, I guess. That's the only way I can see the future.
We already talked about the second movie sucked because they didn't even go
he never went to Mars, but whatever.
So stupid.
Talking about go Elon Musk.
So here's the thing.
on
They
that.
found the water. They're pretty sure, they're almost positive. They did several scans, twice as many scans as they ever did before. They know the water starts at about a mile underneath. They're not sure how deep it goes, but they're saying it's mostly salt water, a lot of salinity and stuff like that. So, and we have, obviously, there are plenty of places on this planet where salt water, but they're talking super brackish.
Right.
But yeah, they think it's very, very possible.
Yeah.
So who knows? Water on Mars. I mean, there's ice there, so it makes freaking sense. All right, Insider. This is great. Elementary school teacher asks parents to wear clothes and avoid appearing with big joints in the background of Zoom classes.
Big joints?
Yeah, joints, as in smoking blunts
Oh,
in the
shit.
background while kids are going to school. In Palm Beach County, imagine that, school board meeting earlier this week, elementary school teacher Edith Pride implored parents to behave appropriately during their child's remote school days, which are filmed and recorded. In her 3-minute speech, Pride asked parents to have on proper clothing, avoid appearing with big joints in the background of their children's video conferences during the day.
That's they actually tell you have to avoid have the joints in the background.
That's
Several other Palm Beach County school teachers reporting similar incidents of alcohol consumption, partial nudity, or drug use in the background. Unbelievable. It's
I do bother Layla, but I never pop up on the camera at all.
Yeah.
I'll come in there and poke her real quick while she's in class because it's funny. But
Yeah, I mean, of
it's-
course, just
she makes a face really that
They're unsupervised at home. What else are they gonna do, man? This is a challenge for everyone. I mean, I don't blame the kids. They're
It's not
just
the
trying
kids
to-
though; it's the parents. It's like,
It
what are
is.
you
Could
doing?
you imagine for the
No,
kids and
parents
then
are
when they
not-
do have to go to school? That was my dad who was
That's like that,
butt
smoking a
naked,
fucking
smoking a blunt. Jeez. All right,
go.
Lucas, you got the 50,000 gallons or what?
Yeah. Did you
All right.
guys? This is coming from Fox News.
Sure. Everyone's got to spread your wings and fly.
Yep. Over 10,000 gallons of red wine floods winery after tank breaks.
Damn. What's
So I
tank
saw
that-
the image
it
and
floods it.
it's just like
It's-
you opened up a fire hydrant is what it looks like.
Yeah,
Like a
it's the
Shining
incident
scene?
where the incident occurred at the Bodegas Viventias.
Bodegas Viventias.
Yeah,
Okay.
winery in Valamea, central Spain.
So they're doing Rioja.
I believe so.
Okay.
I mean, you know more about it.
If I
than
knew the
do.
grape or the juice, but either
Yeah.
way, 50,000 gallons, that's a lot. That's a bummer. There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
footage
It's in
of the-
Spain? It's probably
Spain.
Tempranillo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. In fact, there's an area of Spain where more wine is made than half of the world or something like
Do
that.
they
It's
keep
all
them in
table
tanks
wine.
though?
What's that?
They keep it in tanks.
Well, here's the thing. If you're making I don't want to
box wine.
if you're making mass production wine, yeah, they'll store them in these massive vats. But obviously, a lot of the really good wine is going to be stored in oak barrels or something like that. But there's plenty of wines out there that aren't going to really get any better with oak. So you'll have concrete, you'll have stainless steel, you have oak, stuff like that. BBC, China military PR firm mocked over Hollywood clips. A Chinese military propaganda video simulating a bombing raid used clips from Hollywood blockbusters, including Transformers and The Rock. The Rock, by the way, One of my favorite movies, Sean Connery. Nicolas Cage, definitely an amazing movie. The video shows nuclear-capable H-6 bombers carrying out a simulated attack on what appears to be U.S. military base on the Pacific islands of Guam. Viewed nearly 5 million times on China's Sina Weibo microblogging platform. But many users mock the apparent use of scenes from Hollywood movies. It's fortunate that China has no issues with copyright, one joked. The Chinese Air Force wrote alongside the video, "We are defenders of the motherland's aerial security. We have the confidence and ability to always defend the security of the motherland's skies." Chinese military has not publicly commented on these claims. The Chinese military, bro, come on. I mean, can you maybe just do a little bit better than that? I could see people that love the Chinese militaries or ex-military making this cool video or whatever, but come on. So South Park, you got South Park?
Yep.
The Broncos.
I saw
No,
that.
it's Camilo. Yep.
Yes. So this is from CNN News. South Park Town showed up to watch the Denver Broncos game. So pretty much what they did, they filled out majority of the stadium, or at least what's visible on the cameras, with all the characters from South Park. So, but it's something that it's more visual. So you're going to have to post it a little bit later, or just you can Google it on your own.
They did
it's
it
pretty
again,
clever.
because what happened? They tried to ban them or something?
Well, they always try to ban them. It's something that South Park has always dealt with their amazing lawyer system, that they get away with everything. But every character also is, wearing a mask and doing everything right, which is pretty clever coming from these guys, which are really not. I mean, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are
They're brilliant.
but they're also not like, sometimes if their topic is something
They're
that they
very
don't agree with,
politically
they go
incorrect.
straight.
Yes, and they get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, remember when they had Al Gore? Because the whole analogy of Al Gore was like they did not believe in climate change. That is the man bear pig. And then years later, they actually came out with Al Gore again, and they had to apologize because there was a man bear pig. So that's them being like, you were right, bro. You were right. There is actual climate change.
This is all super cereal, you guys.
Yeah, it's just cereal.
My God.
Anyway, South Park is very close to me. I grew up with it. I'm sure not like newer generations, not really that familiar, but I love that.
The football teams are doing. Like, if you we watch football, and what you can do is, instead of being there, you can pay to have you send in a photo. They do a cutout and they put you in the stadium. And you look up the photo, and I'll find it. I'll put it up there. But it's literally just a sea of South Park fans in the stadium. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool.
And actually, going off of that, I heard it on the radio this morning that there's a family that's trying to get in contact with the Eagles team because they had the family done for the stand-ins.
Yep.
But the mom is somewhere else in the stadium. Not even with
so
the
they didn't put the family together?
No.
Dude, that's hilarious. Dude, I didn't spend all this money. Dude, I'm sure the mom didn't say dude. I didn't spend all this money to sit by myself. All right, Wonderall. I don't know if you guys have heard this. Tom Cruise cleared to go to the space station next year.
Oh, really?
Anyone?
No. Really?
Dude,
Can you stay up
TMZ
there?
citing the 2023 ISS official manifest report that Tom is set to head to the ISS on SpaceX Crew Dragon rocket capsule in October 2021. Little is known about the film, but it is reported an action-adventure movie that is not part of Mission Impossible franchise. It will become the first movie ever filmed in space.
Oh, that's
Scott,
fire. Wow.
yeah, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Like, he's going to fly to the ISS to film a movie.
And it's
That's
Tom
insane.
Cruise.
That guy's in great shape, man.
Here's the thing. So I had a friend who managed Revolution in Fort Lauderdale, and they filmed Rock of Ages there. So he said that Tom Cruise, first of all, got a helicopter in. Actually, he had a security team that showed up a week before he got there just to make sure everything was cool. Then he got there. He had a second security team with him. And then after he left, a third security team stayed there. But he flew. He had a helicopter fly into the freaking parking lot because, he can't go anywhere. It's not like he can just walk down the street. And he ate watermelon pretty much all day. Nothing but watermelon. He's like, dude, it was like his thing. So I guess maybe he ate like a real breakfast, and then a dinner. He would eat like a dinner or something, but all he ever ate, like that, a massive buffet, all he ever ate was watermelon. So one of the actual like real astronauts was saying that he's going to have to move very slowly. It's not uncommon for first-time visitors to vomit because of zero gravity. His training will run the gambit of getting in and out of space capsule wearing a spacesuit. Plus, he'll have to learn many things that we take for granted, including how to make food and actually get it into his mouth. He'll also get training on how to sleep and clean himself. I wonder how long he's going to be up there. That's insane. Could
How long
you
is the
imagine
training gonna
the
be? It's
the
budget for
beginning,
this
man.
movie?
After that, it's just gonna explode, man.
That's
Everybody's
it.
gonna
I'm the only
That's the
actor
thing.
in space right now.
He does all like those. He does all of his own stunts. Like
Those
he broke his
exactly.
ankle. You know the one where he's strapped to the outside of the plane.
He's doing it, man. That's
Dude,
insane,
I love it, man. All the credit in the world.
Yeah.
Anybody got any more? I got a couple more.
Oh, now you
got
mentioned
some.
about space. I just wanted to put this one because it's from The Verge. I don't
Sure.
know. 4 American astronauts plan to vote from space this year. I just thought it was really interesting.
That's
Oh,
pretty
really?
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That
I
is
haven't
cool.
really read it. I'm not sure how the deal is, but I just wanted to, since you mentioned space, up to 4 American astronauts plan to vote in a general election from the orbit this year, contributing to a long tradition of people casting their votes from space. So it's not the first time either, which is something I didn't even know.
Oh, it's not
I
the
guess
first
they
time.
email him in or something.
Oh, that'll be. I mean, I guess but I guess a fingerprint.
Drop him in a capsule.
Yeah, well, that's something for us to figure out on
Sure.
November 4th. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right, Laz.
Vietnam confiscates over 300,000 recycled condoms for sale.
Oh,
What?
I saw that.
That was on New York
saw
Times.
that.
I'm like, what the?
I was like,
fuck?
I can't. I just can't even.
What, you
I had
guys
a
know
list, and
Russians out?
there wasn't room for that on my list. Yes, please go ahead.
And then, what is that? What did he say?
She paid like X amount per ton or something like that.
Really? Oh, the girl that's bringing it back?
Yeah, she actually, dude. So
With the fucking
recycled
liquid?
condoms, bro. She paid like X amount per ton, and like she washed them, and then I don't know how she was planning on repackaging them.
It never happened, the repackaging part, right?
Yeah, they confiscated it
Oh my
before
God.
that.
Well, she got like to step 2. Anyway, oof.
300,000, bro. Like
Good lord.
somebody will say, "Hey, make sure when you go to Vietnam, bring your own." Like, yeah,
Is it,
oh, man,
is it
that's
illegal?
sick.
No, it's not legal.
Of
That's
course
hella
not,
illegal.
bro.
She's going to jail, 100%.
Where is this?
This
Vietnam.
is in Vietnam. Yeah.
How do you know it's not illegal in Vietnam? Maybe
No,
that's
it's
like,
it's
Vietnam,
illegal.
they're
No, they
kind of
raided her.
conservative
That's how
on
they.
certain things.
Yeah, for sure.
Was her business called a wishy-washy?
Oh God. All right. Anyone else? Fox LA, California governor signs executive order to ban gas-powered cars and trucks by 2035. This is the most impactful step our state can take to fight climate change, Newsom said while announcing the order. For too many decades, we've allowed cars to pollute the air that our children and families breathe. You deserve to have a car that doesn't give your kids asthma. Cars should melt glaciers or rise sea levels, threatening our cherished beaches and coastline. And it's not illegal to have them, but by then you can't sell them. So,
That's
and did you
15
see
years.
that? What's that?
15 years.
Yeah,
California.
plenty of time. That's for sure. Especially if Elon Musk.
It's not a lot of time.
Well,
That's right there.
But it's
bro.
a good like I'm sure
Yeah.
it's gonna get by the time it gets there, they'll be like, oh, we're gonna a little bit more, but they need to get that deadline somewhere.
California
so
is always leading the way with that stuff. Always. They're always in the lead. They're always the ones saying we're going to do it. And everyone else ends up following suit, from marijuana legislation, from extra taxes, especially on gas and stuff like that, solar power initiatives and renewable energy. So did you hear that Vladimir Putin got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize?
No.
Newsweek, the request to recognize the president was made 2 weeks ago by a group of Russian writers led by Sergei Komkov. Although as yet, the reason for the nomination has not been given. So he's like, I nominate him, but I don't give a reason.
No reason. So they
No
just
reason.
nominated.
He's
Okay.
like, yeah, at least with Trump, when they did it, he's like, no, because of his, bringing the UAE and, together with, all these other countries. But with him, he's
There's
like,
no
no
reason.
reason
There's-
whatsoever. And then my last one, BBC. Uncle Ben's Rice will change its name to Ben's Original and remove the image of a smiling gray-haired black man from its packaging. Uncle Ben's entered the market in 1940s and was for decades the best-selling rice in the U.S. Its marketing has been criticized for perpetuating racial stereotypes. Titles such as uncle and aunt were used in southern U.S. states to refer to black people instead of the more informal, respectful Miss or Mister. The name Uncle Ben's was supposedly inspired by a Texas farmer known for high-quality rice. The company asked the head waiter at a fancy Chicago restaurant, Frank Brown, to pose as the face of the brand, which launched in 1947. Earlier this year, Pepsi said it would overhaul the marketing of its popular brand Aunt Jemima line of syrups and foods, acknowledging the brand was based on a racial stereotype. So just real question. Let's just throw it out there, and this will be our first white folks want to know. So.
There's only one in this room. But
So
okay.
yeah, so the question is,
Hey.
do we really care about Uncle Ben's and freaking Aunt Jemima? Does it really make that big
Not
of a
at
deal?
all.
I mean, come on, man.
I
But
mean,
you
That's
know,
the answer.
everything has tried to change. Everything has tried to change.
I'm
for that.
sure Cracker Barrel is coming after this one.
Even
right?
when even like
Oh,
Papa,
Cracker Barrel, dude, that's so
No?
funny.
I mean,
no, they're already
just-
thinking about changing it to a Caucasian barrel.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just. I wonder that's probably the path that's coming.
Sure.
I do think it matters a little, to be honest. I think it's just a matter of public opinion on that.
Are we
That's the
still
thing.
not gonna-
Enough people
But hate
it. You gotta change it.
Everybody, like, there's always people that are gonna hate it whether you keep it, and there's always people who are gonna hate it when you change it.
Sure.
So it's more. I think they're just gonna try to play the numbers and see like what's gonna be more profitable.
Of course,
for us,
100%.
Period. So it
Or
always
there's people
turns
like
out,
us
turns
that
out to the
never
numbers at
would've
the
known.
end.
I mean, did you know that was like uncle and aunt or whatever?
Well, I'm
like,
Colombian. I've never
of
related
course,
that. But
sure.
for you guys, that you were like,
I
from
never
here,
knew, and now
like,
all of a sudden I know.
I didn't know
Un Cleben, I don't know what that means, but like
oh,
for them,
that's what you're reading it when you're
course.
home.
yeah.
That's what, like, even with Papa John's had that thing, and then they put now Shaq is like the face man of Papa John's.
Yeah, this Papa John did, like, he fucked up, right?
Yeah.
He did
Oh,
something really
big
dumb,
time.
So
He's
yeah,
not even.
big.
He resigned.
the only reason they're doing all this stuff is because they feel like whatever they've been doing has been guilty. They've been guilty for so long.
Could
But-
be.
Even Warner Brothers, when they show like really old cartoons, the stereotypes and the racism, they even have a precursor to it, like, hey, this original uncut, unedited.
Yeah.
We do not have these views, but this is our product.
Yeah.
They claim that it's theirs, but it's like, this was never our intention. This was never our views.
Well, they
you know,
always do that. The article does not represent the views of this magazine or this television show, like the reporter or whatever. They do that stuff all the time.
Do you have to
Just
do
to
that in your
insulate
show when you
themselves.
get famous?
I don't know. I know I sure as hell don't have to worry about it. Although I will say Joe Rogan, who's got the most successful podcast out there on the video side, he got bought out by Spotify. Lucas, can you look up how much they paid him?
Lucas.
I think it's like
Absolutely.
$50 million
Is that
or
why he
something
moved?
like that.
Is that why he moved?
He moved, but people are telling Spotify to start censoring his more salacious stuff, like when he said that, was talking some crap about, how the fires got started, and all of a sudden he realized he was wrong. And then Spotify is like kind of stuck in the middle or something like that. So, I mean, if you get bought out and someone buys your show, then eventually, there's a possibility. We don't have to
Or
worry
how-
about that just yet, though.
Right.
We're getting there. We're
All
getting
right,
there.
Joe Rogan, taking bets.
50 million.
51.
51. Dude, what is this?
Price is
Freaking
Right.
Price is Right. Actually, you would have gone under. If
Is
that
he
was-
still doing the show? Or they
Yeah, he's
just
still
bought-
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll say like 70 million
70 million? Go ahead.
more.
Ooh, do we have a buzzer? A wrong answer buzzer? 100 million.
What?
I'm sure he pays more than $750
And
a
they-
year.
and
in
they pay
taxes.
Sure.
So they bought him out and they pay him.
$100 million. Now that's a podcast, folks. All right.
He should have held out.
We're going to jump into Teremana. We're going to talk about tequila
Hell
real
yeah.
briefly. What's that?
Should have held
Glad
out.
said
Probably
it.
got more. The reason they bought it was because they know they're going
100 million.
They're
I
gonna
think
make
that's
way.
good.
They're
I
gonna
think
make
that's
way more
enough.
money off of them. Like,
All right. We're going to jump into Teremana. We're going to talk about tequila real fast just to give everyone an idea of a little bit about tequila. And then we're going to crack it open. We're going to taste it. This is a reposado, which I will get into the different types of tequila and stuff like that.
You crack it open while you explain.
Should I? All right, fine. I was going to crack it open afterwards, but let's
Come
do it.
on, man.
Everybody
You
got
know,
a
right?
wait.
I wasn't
Hold on.
gonna drink.
You gotta
today.
show the
Oh,
label, man.
shh.
Show the label. Show the label, man.
There we go.
Ah, I
You
like that
covered it
pop.
with the mic.
So a couple things about the label. First of all, it says gluten free, and you might think, "Oh God, you're really going to put that on there?" But believe it or not, if it's a crappy tequila, they're not going to use pure agave. They're going to put a sweetener in there. Sometimes use a sweetener that's derived from wheat, which is gluten. So if it does say gluten-free, it doesn't mean it's pure 100% because there could be other stuff in there, but it's definitely means that they didn't add any additives, that's for sure. So I'll pour a little for myself. Hold on.
Thank you.
And Mr. Lucas, so Lucas, he just hasn't had a drink for a while, and he's cool with that. Doesn't have any, and he's like, there's no reason to start now, and he didn't want to go out and have to look for this bottle because where he lives, it's not like. Oh, did you find it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
cool.
10 miles away in where you grew up, where you went to school.
All right, I'm drinking out of a wine glass because I'm a wine snob. And
Wine gas.
by the way, I will say we're going to get into this. Camilo has been a head bartender at a major resort down here for a very, very, very long time. And of course, I'm a certified sommelier. I don't work, but I actually was a sommelier for the Fontainebleau for 6 years. So there is some expertise in the room. We're going to break this down a little bit.
And nothing about Laz.
What's that?
And nothing about Laz.
No, Laz actually worked. Have you worked as a bartender?
I've had to cover shifts.
I know you've worked like in a bar setting for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, so real quick,
I drink a lot, so I'll have some.
Fair enough.
Connoisseur.
Comments about this story.
I mean, I feel there's a couple of us here that drink a lot. No problem. No problem with that. All right, so Teremana Tequila. A couple things. First of all, we're just going to talk about tequila. All tequila comes from Jalisco. And by the way, if I butcher any Spanish, Camilo, please feel free. All tequila comes from Jalisco.
Jalisco.
I'm just
kidding.
That was quick.
Fucking bitch. Jesus Christ, dude. So, which is right in the middle of Mexico on the west side. And what's interesting is there is a town called Tequila there. It was given the name Santiago de Tequila when it was founded by the Franciscan friar Juan Calera. The name Tequila comes from native name for the volcano Tequeyan or Tequila that has been interpreted to mean a place where they cut. And the way tequila is made, they take the blue agave plant, which basically looks like, I don't know, just a plant with a bunch of like aloe vera. Yeah, 100%. Good call. So it looks like aloe vera. And what they do is they cut off all the leaves and you have the piña in the middle, which can weigh up to like 200 pounds. And then what they do is they roast that whole. And you can steam it. You can roast it. You can, roast it underground. You can roast it in an oven. And you can actually put it in an autoclave, which is kind of like a pressure cooker, which allows you to cook it a lot faster. But most people prefer the brick oven. Back in the day, I actually used clay, but the brick oven is a little bit more modernized. When tequila processes were first modernized, there you go. The cooking was changed to above ground ovens, which made of stone or brick. This removed the smoky aromas and flavors and made it quicker and easier to load and unload the agaves. But the time of all can still be relatively long, between 36 and 72 hours. So they'll do it. They'll take the tequila piña plants and they'll roast them for quite a while. If you get anything that's outside of Jalisco, it is not tequila. That's where you're going to get the mezcal, and they're usually roasting that underground in the dirt where it gets all the soil and the smoke, and that's why you get a lot more smokiness when you're getting a mezcal. Does anyone prefer mezcal over tequila?
I do.
Really?
Depends
Yeah.
on the before the movies. Take a shot of chichicapa and then you're good for at least an hour and a half. So.
Okay.
A shot of tequila will do like just for the previews of the movie. So that's
Okay.
I honestly don't.
Halfway.
Honestly
what?
think.
What's that, Lucas?
I honestly think I haven't had tequila since before I left for Miami.
Okay. There you go.
That was Jose Cuervo Gold.
Oh, God.
That's not a good example of what tequila is.
Jeez,
And
that's the crap that would be in those big ass 50,000 gallon tanks.
Only
we're talking
50%,
about.
only
And that was
51% has to be like the good thing for them to sell it as gold. But
Sure.
like this is premium tequila, so it has to be 100% blue Weber.
Blue
right?
agave.
Yeah,
for
And
sure.
that was about half the bottle that night.
And there's no
so-
worms in tequila. Worms is always only a mezcal thing. It's all snake oil crap. They were selling it as like this big mystic yada yada yada, and then it kind of caught on. So the way it's distilled, so you can distill, and this is all kinds of liquors. You can distill in iron, you can distill in brass,
shoe.
copper. Yeah, 100%. You can distill in anything you want. But the reason copper is so sought after is because copper molecules bind with sulfur in there and actually creates kind of like a hydrochloric acid. But what it does is because it does that, it gives you a much cleaner taste. That literally, when you do it in there, the copper kind of breaks off and gets in there and cleans the liqueur. The reason copper isn't as widely used is because copper is expensive as hell, and they have to be, made and formed and put together and stuff like that. But the way it works is you basically put it in there, it gets distilled, which means it gets heated, then it steams out and it gets collected. And one of the coolest things when I actually was going for my certification for being a sommelier, one of the coolest things I learned was the size of the opening for the still determines how strong the flavor is. So you can have a really small opening in the top, then only a little bit will get of the congeners, which is what gives imbues the flavor, will get through, or you could just leave it wide open and all this crap comes out. So anyway,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, for sure.
Doesn't. Okay, well,
Yep. So
The
inside,
more you know.
yeah. Ding, ding, ding. So yeah, the process of distilling the sulfur coming from the yeast binds itself to the copper, making hydrosulfide. I think I said hydrochloric acid, hydrosulfide, which in turn hydrochloric
hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah, which forms copper sulfate, which sticks to the inside and they clean it out. Different types of tequila. Blanco is going to be not aged at all. Joven is a tequila that can be mixed with something else, either other tequilas, could be glycerin, could be sugar. They use glycerin to give it that mouthfeel. Glycerin is a natural process that occurs in tequila, but they could add more to make it rounder, which oftentimes will lower the alcoholic content. So if you see something that's less than 40%, oftentimes, and I went to tequila and saw a lot of them that were less than 40%. They were Jovens. Reposado, which we have here, aged at least 2 months. Añejo is going to be 1 to 3 years in oak, and then anything longer than 3 years is going to be an Añejo. My favorite is going to be an extra Añejo. My favorite extra Añejo is called Arta, ARTA. If you can find it, it's about $130, $140. It's freaking delicious.
Somebody's making money on the podcast
dude,
buying
so
$130 tequila. Man.
I bought it for the bar I was managing when I got up to, or the hotel, but the lobby bar there. It's freaking delicious. And it's a really ornate bottle that's hand painted and all that crap. So anyway, let's talk real quick about the Teremana. And then what we're going to do is we're going to taste it. And then Camilo's going to make a cocktail. We're going to come back. We're going to do Supreme Court. And then we're going to get ready for the debate. Teremana means spirit of the earth and it's from the Jalisco Highlands. So the Highlands is all clay soil. It's going to be a lot cleaner and a little bit sweeter. And then down the lowlands, it's going to be a little bit more rugged, a little bit more herbal and vegetal. Teremana practices sustainability. They actually plant corn in the rotation. So the agave plant takes 13, 14, 15 years to actually mature. And what they'll do is they'll plant corn in between there to fertilize everything. All of the agave fibers, when they're done, gets mulched up, put back into the soil. The water gets filtrated, which is really important because making, any type of liquor, there's a lot of water waste for sure. The agave is cooked at a lower temperature for a long period of time, and it is aged in American white oak. You generally have French oak, you have American oak. They're both white oaks. You're not going to use red oak. Red oak is too porous. French oak tends to be a little bit more coffee, a little bit more chocolate, and American oak imbues a little bit more coconut and vanilla and stuff like that, which works really, really well for tequila. Sometimes tequila use like sherry barrels and stuff like that as well. And that's pretty much all I got. Like, I'm excited. Has anyone tasted it yet? I'm sure everyone has. Oh, yeah, of course.
I need a refill.
All right, so go ahead, Camilo. Tell me what you think. By the way, the wine glass, the reason I like it is where I really, really get what it smells like. So why don't you give us your initial thoughts there?
I think I got some spice on that. Very nice, pretty mellow. Something definitely on their vanilla notes. But it's more, I would assume, targeted to the American palate where vanilla is something that's highly appreciated on the tequila world. Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely go in like on a good target market. Other than that,
yeah,
I could definitely chug this pretty easy. All I can say is that I might need a little bit more so I could actually...
Well, we're going to go make cocktails with it, so there'll be plenty more. And Laz, what about you? What thoughts?
It's actually very smooth, surprisingly. Usually you'll like taste tequila and be like, but this is good.
Yeah, but you drink, what, Tito's? What is this, 40%, right?
Yeah,
the majority of
40%.
tequilas that we get in the market are here.
But
are
Tito's
40%.
I don't taste Tito's at all anymore. So it's just like
it's
water.
very light. It's very light.
This is very light. It's a little spicy.
Yeah, it's definitely a little spicy. There's a little bit of that edgy burn to it, which is something you're going to expect. So in the white, because it's not aged, you'll get a lot more harshness. Reposado is going to soften a little bit as well, and then the añejos, after it ages longer, is where you get it really, really soft. But
it doesn't have an overpowering smell either, like usual. Like,
no, not
as
at
soon
all.
as you would open that bottle, the whole room would smell like tequila.
Yeah, be careful when you smell spirits, by the way. Yes, when you stick your nose in, you're going to burn your nose hairs. Just
So
a
what I
little
do
101 for you.
With something like this, what I have to do is blow in it. That
No
gets
way,
the alcohol
dude.
out.
You're going to kill it out. Where's the camera? I'm going to show you maybe where it might work. If you put your mouth like this side, right here. So you're supposed to put your mouth like, and just breathe through your mouth to get like the actual essence of it. Because if you're gonna breathe through your nose, you're gonna burn right away the alcohol in it.
I can see that.
And then but that's just a little bit more of a technicality. Just drink it.
I will say this.
If you
is
enjoy
gonna
it, just drink it. If you want ice, drink it.
This
You
would be
want tomato
perfect
juice,
for a
drink it.
cocktail. Like perfect for a cocktail. And the reason why is because it's not over complex, which means it's going to leave a lot of room for the flavors that the cocktails are going to, provide. So
I taste sweet, like sweet notes on it, which is not bad for what they're trying to approach. I'm wondering how the silver tastes like, but it's very nice, very smooth.
very nice, very smooth.
I'm no connoisseur of tequila. I'm sure when my tequila friends hear this
You're a gin
podcast,
guy.
they're gonna be like, "That's why I'm gonna let you talk," because they're like, "Blah blah blah blah." blah. I'm like,
Sure.
that was that guy.
I might get lit. It's our 30th show. We always drink on our 10th and 20th. Camilo's always been here. It's our 30th show. So
How will you get to 30 already, man? All
I know, right? Yeah.
Gives me a month.
So that being the case, I usually end up getting a little bit lit. So if I start slurring later, we're gonna be heated after the debate. All right, quick shout out to UK. Welcome to the party. I guess we're gonna, add you guys. Welcome to the party. Really appreciate it. And of course, Pakistan, India, Belgium, Bangladesh. You've been here with us for a while. Paris Hilton's new documentary. You got to go see it. It's on YouTube. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton, dude, it was all an act. I'm telling you, when you watch this, like she was kidnapped out of her own fucking home. Her parents arranged it. Dude, I'm not even fucking kidding. You gotta watch the documentary. It's on YouTube. It's free. It is complete fucking eye opener, dude. It is.
I don't know if I've never followed her
insane.
in my life. I don't know if this is the real time to be.
All that freaking
investing.
simple life. I don't know how to clean and all. Dude, it was all a fucking act.
Oh,
She was in a
of course,
fucking
bro.
prison school, locked up, like solitary confinement for high school. Her parents sent her there after several other schools she ran away from. I mean, like, dude, I'm telling you, you have to watch this.
How did you get
guys.
to watch that? Why did you start? Why did you want to watch it?
Well, because
He likes Britney,
it was
so
being,
I'm sure.
because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
being it was being advertised on YouTube. I do watch some stuff. Well, I mean, we're on YouTube. Hello, but I was watching and it was advertised, and the people that were talking about it, like on Facebook, were kind of like, "You guys got to watch it." And finally, like Elena and I were like, "All right, let's fucking sit down and watch it." I'm telling you. Like I honestly, it was on my mind for like 3 days afterwards. Like it's just so fucking weird, so fucked up. Any other shout outs out there?
Yeah, I want to shout out to Cirque du Soleil.
Okay.
Please come back.
Okay.
Please
fair
come
enough.
back to Miami.
I agree.
Just stay here the whole year.
Oh, that's true.
We just want you
They
here
should
the
stay,
whole year,
especially with the
man.
Hard Rock. They probably can, right?
Come on, guys. It's like you guys like the most awesome
Last year was
stuff
the
ever.
first time I went.
Just,
It was
just
fucking
stay
amazing.
here.
All right.
Right.
Also, I have beef with them for not being here.
Fair enough. That's free. So
What? You got beef?
100%. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Camilo's going to make us a sweet cocktail. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about the Supreme Court standoff. Boom. All right. So what are we making?
All right, so this is what's gonna happen. This is Mandarin soda, homemade, mine and lime, and
Wait.
couple of-
What lime?
lime and mandarin and lime.
Okay.
Sorry, mine and lime. I got a couple of frozen mandarins, which you're gonna throw in here,
Okay.
just for for kicks. Get a little bit of flavor once you actually get into the drink itself.
Sure.
A couple of fancy straws that we found. These are bamboo straws that are hollow and cracked until they hit liquid, and they actually work out pretty interestingly.
That's pretty
You'll
cool.
see. Mandarin lime, sugar. Tying this puppy up.
I remember those days.
Yeah, you work with me, that's why. Couple of chargers.
Okay, then.
Now we're good.
Okay.
Amazing how
I love that
chemistry and physics
It's pretty
so
cool.
much fun. It gets cold right away.
Remember that jalapeno foam we used to have
that was
back in the
his
day?
vessel.
Dude.
Yeah. But that was a foam. This one is, you used to love that.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be for the soda. So now, gonna get a little bit juiced up. Nice little hefty 2 ounces right here.
Oh, yeah. Notice the beautiful floral decoration.
Oh yeah.
We're fancy.
Fancy. Let's get this shown around. And here we go.
Mandarin lime soda. Boom.
Stir. It's gonna be actually a quite powerful cocktail now that I see it.
Let's actually just so everyone can see how awesome our glasses are. And what do we call this?
This drink is called the paper.
The paper?
Yes.
All right. Boom. Insert round of applause.
Softest applause ever.
Go ahead, Laz.
It's actually fucking delicious.
Oh, yeah.
You were doubting me? You were doubting
I
me?
didn't have to lie.
All right, boom. It's
Great.
it's Supreme Court time. Let's have some cocktails and rock it out.
What is the straw? What's the straw is this?
So this is a bamboo straw, so it's dry once it comes out. This company called the 86 Company. You guys don't pay me, but it's pretty interesting what you guys do, by the way. But it's just dry. You see?
Yeah.
But the minute it touches water,
It expands.
it's gonna expand no matter what. And it's
Able.
bamboo, man. So bamboo grows. It's like weed. It just grows everywhere, man.
Freaking awesome. Oh, yeah.
The more you suck, it's gonna hold up. Ooh, it's good.
Well, it's going to hold up well for me because I really suck.
You don't have to lie either.
It's really good. Like,
Not bad.
All right, cool.
right.
Let's do it.
it's a little sweet.
All right, so Supreme Court standoff. We're going to rock through this because we got to get ready for the debate. NPR, what happened to Merrick Garland 2016? So this is what originally happened. If you guys remember correctly, Obama, like in February or March, was trying to put a Supreme Court justice in, and the Republicans held out for literally a year. So it was ridiculous. Garland was nominated to fill a 2016 vacancy on the Supreme Court created by the death that February of Justice Antonin Scalia, an icon of conservative jurisprudence. Once again in February, obviously not recently, February, President Barack Obama quickly named Merrick Garland, then 63, to fill the seat. Garland had been considered a prime prospect for the high court, widely regarded as a moderate. So he wasn't left, he wasn't right, kind of right in the middle. Pretty damn fair, just saying. So Garland had been praised in the past by many Republicans, including influential senators such as Orrin Hatch of Utah. But even before Obama had nominated Garland, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell declared any appointment by sitting president to be null and void. He said the next Supreme Justice should be chosen by the next president. So obviously we all know the story back then. Mitch McConnell's like, no way. The reason he's important is because he's the head of the majority. So back then he's like, no way, he shouldn't do it. And now he's like, hey, let's fucking do it.
He's still the majority. So,
Yeah, he's still the majority.
And you can't make a decision.
There is nobody, I mean, from what I hear on the news, no better constitutional lawyer that it's in the Senate than Mitch McConnell. So he will, like, first of all, nobody even knows if what he did 9 months before when Obama was trying to appoint this guy.
Sure.
Nobody really knows, or I don't know if the Democrats were like, all right, you know, whatever. That's the Constitution. That's how we should do it. And then if there's a reason that Trump is going to push him is because Mitch McConnell knows the Constitution much better than anybody else, that he can kind of fucking figure out a way like, well, this is the case of this particular thing. Well, for me, like I try to explain my girl like what Mitch McConnell does or is, and he's extremely powerful, man.
Big time.
Like there's
Big
so much
time.
power that he has, and before you even think about anything else, you have to realize you have to get this guy out. And it's not going to happen. And that judge is coming, man. And I hate to say it, man, because this is not something that's going to be beneficial for us.
Nope.
But it's in record time, she will be appointed, man.
And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Well,
Trump's
apparently-
taxes, nothing.
Apparently, this is the situation. Like, why are the Democrats allow this to happen when Scalia died? It was 9 months difference. So there must be something like even Bill Maher mentioned it on Sunday. He's
Sure.
like, there are norms that we as Americans assume were laws, and then he goes in and steps on it like that's a norm.
No, I just think it was a mutual respect.
Right, but it's not a law, so he can break it because it's just a norm.
No Democratic president has made an appointment while Republicans held Senate since 1985.
Well, they play chess, man. These guys are playing chess. We're not even playing check. We're playing Twister, man.
Yeah, we're playing hungry hippos.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so AP Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has vowed that President Donald Trump's as yet unnamed nominee hasn't even nominated him yet, will receive a vote on the Senate floor this year, but has been careful not to say exactly when. Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer took to the Senate floor Monday to remind McConnell of his own words hours after the February 2016 death of conservative Scalia. No amount of sophistry can change what McConnell said then, and applies even more so now. So much closer we are to an election, Schumer said Monday. President Obama was asking Senate Republicans. So this is like McConnell's rebuttal. It's like, oh, well, back then, President Obama was asking Senate Republicans for an unusual favor that had been granted nearly 130 years prior. So basically what he's saying is, well, I mean, hasn't happened in 130 years, and Obama was asking for it. Precedent says we don't do it, so we don't do it. So, but voters had explicitly elected our majority to check, balance, and end his presidency at the end of his presidency. Basically, what it said is the voters put the Republicans in. We run the Senate. Back then, we ran the Senate. And because the voters put it in, we assume that the voters want us to do whatever the fuck we want because we're Republicans.
Amazing.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
It's a beast. It's horrible. And even you see Lindsey
And there's
Graham.
nothing they can fucking do about it.
If you remember Lindsey Graham, they got all these tapes coming up, obviously, like 4 years ago. He's like, you can use my words against me. There is no way a president will pick a Supreme Court justice on the year of election. He says that. You can use your words against me.
It hasn't happened in 130
but
years.
He says it, and then we're using his words against him, and he's just like
He finds
brushing
another
it
way.
off, man.
Yeah.
He's like, bye, you
Fucking
know.
douche
It's
face.
And
unbelievable, huh?
The lady's character is not going to get her out either. So, like,
Well, it's just that Roe v. Wade's gonna be out of the window. And
I don't
you're
think
gonna-
so. So we're going to get into
6-3,
that.
man? Okay.
We're going to get into that, but I think that's okay. Washington Post. So should the Democrats boycott? So the options are we either boycott the whole thing, we don't show up, we don't even look at her, we don't meet with her, we don't do any of that shit, which is exactly what the Republicans did. You know, they wouldn't let the vote happen, but they also wouldn't even meet with the guy, you know, for like 8-9 months. So they're like, should we do that? But then the problem is if they do that, then it comes down to, okay, so then she's going to get softball questions. No one's going to ask her about, you know, what do you think about this and Roe v. Wade? What do you think about gun rights and what happens when you do this and blah, 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 blah. And Kamala Harris, who is Biden's running mate, she would love to show some of her prowess and be one of the ones to grill her, to strengthen Joe Biden, to strengthen, you know, show that she's a fighter and stuff like that. So, you know, it comes down to whether they should boycott or whether they should just go in there, you know, guns a-blazing. So boycott would, right here, boycott would deprive Kamala Harris, who's drawn much attention for a rigorous interrogation of Trump nominees, of using her questioning to serve as a boost in her dual role as Democratic presidential nominee of Joe Biden's running mate. So, you know, and here's the thing, they can't block the seat. There's nothing they can do about it. So, and the reason Mitt Romney, who we remember Mitt Romney, he actually voted to impeach Trump, believe it or not. And even he's like, nope, we'll let the justice go in.
Yeah, well, that they want is the base, the religious base, man. I mean, no matter, we have to remember the worst problems that we had back in the day when Romney was running. You're like, oh my God, he's a Mormon.
Sure.
Now we actually have a president that actually has no idea how to hold a Bible after he throws all these poor
After he
guys
freaking,
outside.
like,
Yeah. So
gasses people
but
to get
everything,
there.
and no matter what, you have to remember that Mitt Romney is his religion, man.
Big time.
And you got that 6-3. This is not gonna be.
It's gonna be
And
rough.
even he mentioned something like, oh, you know, the Democrats have been really comfortable for the last decades, and the majority of the country believes that it should be pushing the other way. That's what he's reflecting. And then you have to realize that the guy that has 3 wives is actually is about to select three Supreme Court justices. That's
3.
That's a fourth of the amount.
Unbelievable.
The guy's had 3 wives and he's selecting 3 justices, man.
So
Isn't
what
that
can,
unbelievable, man?
and not to mention, intermarital relations, porn stars, like grab them by the pussy, locker room talk, taxes, all that shit. And he's going to put 3 people. So what can the Democrats do? Anyone?
Wait for the debate.
Wait for the debate?
Wait 45 minutes.
Okay, fair
We'll
enough.
see.
Actually, 25 minutes. Anyone else? Is there anything the Democrats can do?
Nah.
All right. So one thing they can do is add more seats to the Supreme Court.
Right.
But the only way that happens is if they win the Senate, they get the House, which if they keep the House, they win the Senate, then they can see about adding more seats to the Supreme Court.
But then they're gonna, when the Republicans go at it again, and they eventually will have the Senate and the House.
Eventually, sure.
Then they're gonna raise more judges. So where does this stop?
I mean, it can keep going.
Oh, you have to- oh.
Here's the thing: if the Democrats win the Senate and they win the House, I pretty much feel, and this is what the Republicans are arguing, and if it's reasonable to think that way. But if they do win the House and the Senate, which Republicans had in Obama's time, then the Democrats would probably feel, okay, they put us in, they want us to do this, we're going to go ahead and do it.
Oh, you're a very positive outcome on this.
I don't know.
Situation, man.
It's tough. So Amy Coney Barrett. So that's who's been nominated. Not a surprise there. The Economist frontrunner remains Amy Coney Barrett, age 48, a judge Trump installed on the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals in 2017. In contrast to the president's first 2 pick, Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, and we actually spoke about Gorsuch 4 years ago. Miss Barrett does not hail from an Ivy League university. She attended Rhodes College and got her law degree at Notre Dame, where she taught for 15 years before donning her robe at the appeals court based in Chicago. Miss Barrett has earned the spat of academic accolades from Phi Beta Kappa in college and Honorary Society for achieving students to summa cum laude honors and a top law review editorship at Notre Dame. She has 2 prestigious judicial clerkships, including Scalia. So she actually worked for Scalia back in the day. She has a long paper trail, notably of writing on the balance between upholding law and personal faith. In 1998, she co-wrote Catholic Judges in Capital Cases, a look into whether judges are sometimes legally disqualified from hearing cases that their conscience would let them decide. So in other words, you know what, this goes against my religion. I can't I just can't be a part of this. Miss Barrett is a devout Catholic with ties to the People of Praise. Have you guys heard anything about the People of Praise?
No.
Oh.
Is that a church?
We're going to get into this shit. Newsweek, People of Praise, bro. This is some shit. The Charismatic Christian Parachurch organization, which was founded in South Bend, Indiana in 1971, teaches that men have authority over their wives. Members swear a lifelong oath. And this is not like, this is people that have been there. It's like a cult. They got out, got out. Not like they stepped away. They got out. And this is like stuff that they've been saying. Members swear a lifelong oath of loyalty to one another and are expected to donate at least 5% of their earnings to the group. Which church is normally 10%, but it's not an expectation. It's a desire. They are assigned to personal advisors of the same sex called a head for men and handmaid for women. Atwood herself, so Margaret Atwood, who wrote The Handmaid's Tale, herself has previously referred to the practices of a charismatic Catholic group motivating her to write The Handmaid's Tale, set in a fictional Gilead, where women's bodies are governed and treated as property of the state under a theocratic regime. I delayed writing it for about 3 years and after I got the idea because I felt it was too crazy, Atwood told the New York Times book review in 1986. A New Yorker profile of the author in 2017 mentions that in a box of newspaper clippings the author collected while writing the novel, there's an Associated Press item reported on Catholic congregation in New Jersey being taken over by fundamentalist sects, S-E-C-T, sects, in which wives were handmaidens, a word that Atwood had underlined. So this type of organization is what she built the whole Handmaid's Tale afterwards. And if you watch that, watch the show or read the book, it's some fucked up shit. The clipping includes a spokesperson for the People of Hope sect based in Newark, New Jersey. Some former members have described how heads and handmaids, now known as leaders, can play a huge role in the lives of members. And they're called leaders now because after The Handmaid's Tale, they had to change that shit. So this is like, that's where she goes to church, folks. And they're going to put her on the fucking Supreme Court.
Well, like I told you, we're worried about Mormon and crazy underwear. And now we have a crazier thing that's going to decide for at least one generation, man. At
It's
least
not,
one
like,
more generation.
not crazy.
Did you
thing.
visit the site?
Yeah, I did. They talk about community and we love each other and fellowship and
So is Marilyn Manson. I mean, it's
and
Charles Manson, Marilyn Manson. So it's
we
Charles
have
Manson.
picnics together and we support each other. That's what's on the website. But if you actually
But is she just does fellowship with them, or is she actually part of?
she's a member.
big time.
She's a member. Unbelievable. She's gonna be on the Supreme
Is
Court.
it unbelievable?
No, it's not.
It's
not
unbelievable that she's being on the Supreme Court. That's what's unbelievable. Ladies, this is not your homegirl. Just saying, not your homegirl. But we're gonna get into
Says
the
a
legal
man.
stuff. Well, says a man.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Reuters, notable legal opinions of Amy Coney Barrett. So abortion. Although Barrett has not directly ruled on abortion as a judge, she has cast votes signaling opposition to rulings that struck down abortion-related restrictions. So in other words, she's not a fan of abortion, at all. In 2019, she voted to rehear a ruling by a 3-judge Seventh Circuit panel. The Indiana measure would require that parents be notified when a girl under 18 is seeking an abortion, even in situations when she has asked a court to provide consent instead of her parents. I thought about this. I was thinking, okay, I have a little girl now, and if my girl is under the age of 18 as her parent, fuck yeah, I want to know about it. So this is where something where me personally is like, okay, well, I mean, I kind of get that. But she has stated that she is not interested in striking down previous Supreme Court rulings, which means Roe v. Wade's, if she follows her word, Roe v. Wade's going to stick. She's like, I'm not here for that. That's settled. We're not going to worry about that shit anymore.
I mean, this is something that Kavanaugh said he's not a drinker, and
Sure.
It's just something for them to actually get on the podium, whatever you call that, on the seat.
Oh, of course. Well, it could be.
Whatever this person says, I'm sure she's got all the qualifications required for
100%.
her to be.
No, she's qualified.
on that particular side of the spectrum.
Yep.
So, like, obviously, America divided. The world's divided. It's not like everybody just has this own
Especially
point of view.
now. Everyone's stuck at home. You got nothing to do but look at the news and social media.
No, yeah, not really news. That's the failure of us. It's the media and academia, like disproportion of knowledge. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
She said repeatedly in her 2017 hearing that as a circuit court judge, she would be bound to faithfully apply the Supreme Court precedent, including Roe v. Wade. So she's not interested in changing that shit at all. So gun rights indicated support for expansive gun rights in March 2019. Opinion dissenting, I dissent from a Seventh Circuit ruling regarding gun ownership by people convicted of serious crime. Serious crime could be murder, could be you hurt someone, could be federal tax evasion. So basically in Indiana, if you are convicted of a serious crime, you can't own a gun. She was part of a 3-judge panel that considered a challenge to a federal law that bars people convicted of felonies from owning firearms. A businessman who pleaded guilty to mail fraud argued that a law violated his constitutional rights. 2 other judges, both appointed by Republican President Ronald Reagan, said the federal law and similar Wisconsin one were constitutional. In a dissent, Barrett wrote that absent evidence that the man was violent, permanently disqualifying him from owning a gun violated the Constitution's Second Amendment, which guarantees a right to keep and bear firearms. I'm on the fence for that.
This one,
Tax evasion, like whatever.
Tax evasion,
Mail fraud.
A violent person, they probably shouldn't. But what's the violent act? Like, it depends on what it is.
Yeah, like if it's a violent act, sure. But something like mail fraud, I don't think you should be barred. By the way, this is fucking delicious. I'm just going to say.
I told you it was delicious.
Jeez. Go ahead, Lucas. Love doing that to him. Campus sexual assault. This was a little fucked up. Bear wrote a 2019 ruling on behalf of unanimous 3-judge Seventh Circuit panel that made it easier for male college students accused of sexual misconduct to challenge how campus tribunals handle their cases. The case involved a male student at Purdue University in Indiana who was accused of sexually assaulting a female student. Bear revived a lawsuit by the accused student who said the university put him through a sham proceeding in which he could not properly defend himself. The case against him boiled down to he said, she said. Purdue had to decide whether to believe the woman accuser or the male accused, Barrett wrote, adding that it is plausible that Purdue officials chose to believe the accuser because she is a woman. The ruling allowed the male student to proceed with a theory that Purdue's treatment of him constituted impermissible discrimination. I got an unfair trial because you let her win because she's a woman and I'm a man. And she actually voted, yep, that sounds pretty accurate to me. Dude.
That one's tough.
That is tough. And I'm sorry.
But but basically that's how it is anyways. I mean, none of us do anything that's like that.
It's always he said, she said, unless, you happen to report it right away and they can take, samples and shit.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you walk out here and something happens and the girl's like, nope.
Dude, big time.
He took it. It is what it is. We're done.
So immigration in June, Barron said that in his dissenting opinion, once again, I dissent, that she would have let one of Trump's hardline immigration policies go forward in Illinois. The litigation was over the public charge rule, a policy of denying legal permanent residency to certain immigrants deemed likely to require government assistance in the future. So basically, we're not going to let you actually be a legal resident because we think in the future you're going to need government assistance, which has got to be one of the most racist, fucked up things. No, you're gonna be on welfare soon, so we're not gonna let you be a permanent resident. Dude, so messed up.
I want to know what are the factors of deciding that?
I mean, it's like, people that don't want immigrants in here to begin with, like Trump.
How can you decide who's gonna be successful 100%. Or not? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Just exactly. You can't. 100% you can't. So commanding a third of the Supreme Court with his appointments would benefit Mr. Trump's plan B if he does not score a clear victory on November 3rd. So in other words, if he puts her in and he essentially has a 6-3 and he loses and it goes to the Supreme fucking Court, they could put him in there.
He's not going to lose that way, man. Yeah, it's something out of control.
And Lucas, we're coming up with your weather. We're going to do this before the break, so that's coming up in about 3 or 4 minutes. Notorious ACB shirts. Have you seen this shit?
Yeah. Very insulting, man.
Dude, if that is not the most insulting fucking thing. The notorious Amy Coney Barrett, the woman they put in.
No, come on, bro.
Really? And here's the fucked up thing. It's not just somebody who wants to make some money. When you go to the site, it's Republican, the R&D, like they are literally come in, you can buy the shirt for $20, and would you please donate $100, $5,000, make it a repeat donation. So they're literally using the shirt to actually get people to donate more money. So it's not like some random person. It's literally Republican, like convention, like money raisers for Republicans are actually putting the shirt out.
Amazing.
So disrespectful, man.
Amazing.
And it just shows you the type of bullshit that we're going to be dealing with.
It's been last show.
But they shows again that we're like in the corner, like, oh my God, look what they're doing. And they're like, whatever, man.
They're doing it. Fuck you. What can you do about it?
It's literally been a week and a half.
How do you sleep at night? And they're like a baby.
Yeah, not even a week and a half.
It's a week and a half, bro. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. It's been a week and a half.
It's not a proper
And I bet you they're selling it. Here's what kind of pisses me off too. Because like when I first heard about it, you go to the site, it's like, get yours, gonna be gone in 24 hours. Which is such a salesy fucking thing. Of course, when you go back, they're still fucking there.
Of course.
So stupid. All right, Lucas, you ready for your weather?
Well, it actually, you rang a bell because before you said it, I looked up
Did I?
this country. Yes.
Okay.
You said we had a listening group.
I'm sorry, one more time, Lucas?
We have listens in the UK.
We do have listens? Oh, you already had UK selected?
Yeah, well, it's Scotland.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we got our first Wow, look at that. What a surprise. All right, how serendipitous. Go for it.
All right.
So where in UK?
Scotland.
Okay.
The town or the parish of Twat in the Shetland Islands.
Wait, can you spell that for the listeners, please?
I will. Take a couple breaths. Take a go.
All right, Lucas, that's a good one. All right.
So this week we have Twat, Shetland Islands, Scotland.
Can you spell twat for the listeners, please?
TWATT.
All right, so I guess we're gonna go with Twat Scotland.
And I honestly did not find too much
That's great.
information on this.
Not a lot of info. Yeah. Any little tidbits? Nothing like that. Like get a piece of Mandarin.
It's a settlement in the Shetlands of Scotland,
Okay.
located on the
The
Shetland mainland.
Shetlands. Oh, it's so close. Okay.
Yeah, SEHT.
So close.
On a minor road that leads from the A971 road to Closter, north of Bixter.
Okay.
Wait till you start Celsius time, bro. You're
Oh,
gonna
dude.
confuse the shit.
Do you
out
have
of it.
Celsius time, by the way?
I
For
will in a
Camilo?
moment. Yep. The
Camilo
settlement is within the parish of Sandsting. And you're like this. The name twat is similar to the common expletive twat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't have a pronunciation, so it might be twatat.
Twatat.
Twat, because
Twait. Maybe it's twait. Could be twait.
Maybe.
Okay.
Twait. You're a
All right.
twait.
So we're on. What is it? Tuesday. So let's start with Wednesday. We'll go through Wednesday through, I guess, Saturday.
Has anybody ever called you a twat?
I'm sure
Just-
we've all
just-
been
just
called
a
a twat
general
at least
feel.
once.
I guess you're not that familiar with it.
I've worked long enough.
No?
I'm sure multiple times.
No twat experience. You've never been called a twat, Laz?
Nah,
No,
Loeffler,
twat
he's a
experience.
twat.
not with that word.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. We don't have to do Celsius time. We can skip Celsius time just this once.
Ooh, I don't know. This is the world's watching. You're in UK. You gotta go Celsius time, man. This is not.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, and we do have listeners in UK. All right. We got to do Celsius time.
You gotta go. Unless,
You can just
All
transfer.
unless your only listeners are in Congo and Libya.
Research Lucas with the weather.
Ready?
And we're ready.
All right. Let's go. Wednesday. Boom.
Wednesday, September 30th, high of 12, low of 10. Couple of showers, precipitation at 65%. Okay. So a little damp and twat.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Thursday, December 1st, October 1st, high of
December. How the hell?
high of 12, low of 11. Rainy, breezy in the morning with a chance of precipitation of 66%.
Okay.
Friday, December 2nd, high of 14, low of 12. Mostly cloudy with a shower. Precipitation at 60%.
60%, like every day.
Saturday,
Get some wind in there.
yeah, Saturday, October 3rd, high of 15, low of 12. Mostly cloudish and showers around. Precipitation at 74%.
74%. Okay.
And to finish out the weekend, October 4th, high of 16, low of 10, mostly cloudy with precipitation at only 25%.
25%. Okay.
That's great weather,
So it's
man.
looking, yeah, it's looking like twat's going to be really wet this week.
Yeah. I really hope you get somebody from that city just
dude.
sending something and we're like,
What?
thanks
Well, I
for the
can-
platform or something, man. No, there's no such thing as bad publicity anymore.
All right.
With the weather.
All right. So that's it. We got 4 minutes for the debate. We're out of here. We'll be back soon and we're going to talk some shit. Peace. All right. So the last one was the paper. What's this one called again?
It's called the scissors.
The scissors. Okay. And I guess that's the rock.
This is the rock. Pomegranate and lemon liqueur.
Pomegranate lemon liqueur.
That's right. Just gonna do one cocktail. What we did right here, we added some Rika.
Yeah, we sprayed that in
For all
earlier.
of you that don't know what Rika is, I agree with you. I have no idea what it is. It's a Turkish spirit, very licorice, type of like aguardiente, sambuca, absinthe type of a thing.
I happen to like the black licorice
The mixture
family.
itself works, to be honest.
Sure. I was making.
No, I'm just
Making-
making one. I never actually made a drink sitting down.
It's kind of, you know,
Curious about that.
it's kind of fancy.
It's making me work, huh?
There we go. Fancy. What's the liqueur we sprayed earlier and put in the freezer?
That is Rika or Rika.
Rika.
My Turkish friends, whoever can help me actually to pronounce it.
It was pomegranate lime.
This is a pomegranate and lemon liqueur
Lemon.
that I made,
Okay.
and I want you to enjoy.
Boom.
Cheers.
Have you tried it?
No. I'm sure it's sweet.
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It sounded like stupid sweet. Elena, are you gonna try it?
You guys are wondering where my
go.
mixing spoon is? It's right here.
Nice.
Right here.
She loves tequila, so this is,
Be honest.
It's sweet,
There you go.
but it's really good.
It's good. You
Yeah.
you smell the Rika?
it's a hint.
It's a hint?
Yeah.
Alright. Maybe next time we actually add more to it.
All right. Boom.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll see you inside.
It does sound testes.
That's it. No, I was fucking around.
I got my glasses on. Just for Lucas. Any like glare, annoying glare? No.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. I don't really need them.
Yes, you do.
Not this close. I really don't.
But you wear them usually?
When we're gaming, I will, because like really small
No, no,
text
no, no.
is a pain in the ass.
No,
Gaming?
that's lies. Sometimes I could tell when he sucks because he doesn't have his glasses on.
You need them. I have my contacts on. It's okay, bro. I need glasses. When I'm home, I wear my glasses.
I'll wear them. I'll wear my glasses just for you guys. Just
They look
to
good
show
on you. Though. They don't look like shit.
When you say gaming, what is that?
Like video
Uh,
games.
Video game. What
Yeah.
video games?
Lately it's like World of
Like
Warcraft.
Mario Kart and
No,
Sonic.
Oh, I want to play Mario Kart.
Sonic. All right, so I guess we're gonna jump into the debate. Question number 1: Who won?
Not America.
Not America.
Not America. That's true. All right, so
Neither, bro.
neither. Okay. All right.
Because remember, I'm not voting this year.
What?
Yeah, he's really not.
I'm gonna go vote though. I decided a couple of days ago, but no,
think you should.
nobody bought me yet today. They didn't sell me.
You didn't sell your vote. You didn't sell your ballot.
Not today.
Really? What does it
All right,
take?
Good question. Good question. Good answer. I mean,
Camilo?
so I mean, I thought that Biden did really well. I thought that Trump did exactly what Trump does, which is just kind of just talk. But I hate to admit, it does make him feel, a little bit like stronger. I'm not saying stronger in the sense that, he's more presidential, but it does give this like more powerful feel to him when he does that. But overall, I feel like Biden did a little bit better. Was a little bit more presidential, but it was a lot closer than I expected. That's for sure.
Was more close than you expected?
It was closer than I expected.
What did you
I
expect?
don't know, man.
Yeah, what did you expect?
I
Me?
didn't expect anything, but to the fact that Chris Wallace is actually telling the president of the United States, "Sir, shut the fuck up and let me finish my question,
I'm the
please."
moderator.
yeah.
As a moderator, to have that control over the president because he's out of control, just to keep his marbles straight for 10 seconds.
Sure.
It's just. I mean, and then obviously you're gonna have the critics who are like, "Oh, Chris Wallace is this, and that." Hey, I don't know, man. The guy's just doing his job, working at Fox, working hard, and
I don't think he was
he's not able
biased
to
at all.
control. He's not able to control the debate because there's no way to moderate this guy. It's
You don't think?
unbelievable.
You don't think what, Les?
I don't think he was biased at all. The moderator.
I think he was.
He's
I don't think he
tired.
was
He's because
biased.
he wants to be a moderator in a political event, and to be a moderator with this guy being the center of attention, being the president of the United States is just a combination. So like, imagine Trump. He feels so empowered just to interrupt just for the fact
But
that he
do you
can.
think he did well?
Who?
The
Wallace?
moderator. Yeah.
Moderator?
He did what
He did as good as he was gonna
He
be
did
at
as
the
good as
end. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
I
always
felt
asks the hard questions. I'm really surprised actually they went with him as far as the Fox channel is concerned because he's great, man. I love that guy because he is no shame. He's just doing his job. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he did well.
Moderating Trump, man, it's impossible.
It's like
man.
arguing
Dude,
with
it's
a 3-year-old, right?
It really is.
So
It really is.
next debate is just going to be so many more rules. Oh, this is you have.
But
You
what's
can't do
the-
this.
what for, though?
Exactly. Nothing's gonna change. He's
Same
still
shit
gonna
happened
do
with
the same
Hillary Clinton.
shit. So So we're all gonna be like, oh,
That's
he didn't
worse
do this,
now,
he didn't
bro.
do that, and then the base is gonna be like, well, because he tells us how it is.
Well, it's worse now because Biden's not sitting back and as Hillary Clinton's like, oh, I'm gonna be the presidential one, and that didn't work. So Biden's calling him a clown. Did it twice.
Yo,
Dude, no, Trump did have some shots at Biden. The first segment, he said, "No, you're number 2."
Yeah, he had a couple good ones.
I mean, he has,
had a
of
couple
course. I
good
mean,
ones.
it's an hour and a half of grumpy old men 3, just fucking
Very,
going
very
at
true.
it, man. Oh,
Very,
my
very
God.
true. Lucas, how did you get to see? How much of it did you get to see?
I was mostly listening to it.
Okay.
And thankfully,
Sure.
Hulu was streaming it.
Yeah, Hulu was streaming it.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was a complete fucking circus.
It was. That's for
but,
sure.
Like these guys decide
Spectacle
where my
festivals.
money is gonna go, and your kids' money, your kids' generation is being decided right now. Dude.
Guy that paid no taxes and
3 wives,
3 wives.
3 fucking judges, man. Plus,
No,
plus what he
300
mentioned.
judges.
Plus what-
300 like total judges.
Plus what he mentioned. I had no idea. I don't know. If
I don't
that's
know
true or
why
not.
if Obama wasn't
Would
I
do
don't-
that.
How many of them is true? Let's say it was 50 or 75.
Still.
Did Obama not put them in, or he couldn't put them
he
in?
was just like, you let it happen.
The
because he left it open.
bipartisanship of
Yeah.
Obama was just too nice.
Yeah, it
He's-
was too nice.
However,
And that's why people like Trump, because on the world stage, Trump was like, we're going to stick up for ourselves, where Obama was trying to make friends. And,
yeah, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
no, but
he's-
some
he's-
countries took advantage of it.
Right, but however, like he's being as a president, he is being mocked by other leaders in the world, and it's just being documented.
We're being mocked by other leaders in the world.
Right, that's what I'm saying because of him.
Yeah,
Obama.
100%.
Obama maybe was taken advantage of as far as his mentality and spirit of bipartisanship, which
Sure.
has never changed. He's always been the guy like we got.
And that's
work
exactly
together.
why he tried to put a Supreme Court
Right,
person
yeah.
in who was a moderate, who sat right in the middle.
When Trump says that Obama left 120 seats open for judges all over the country, that I don't know that fact. I mean, we just finished
Just
the
finished
debate,
watching it.
Yeah.
but that is a weird number for somebody that knows. Hey, we gotta watch out. We gotta fill him up. And then these guys comes in and they got Mitch McConnell, man. This guy knows the Constitution.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do.
What
about
about denounce the white supremacist comment and the other
it? He wouldn't
thing?
do it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't denounce
No,
it.
that people pointed that out immediately.
Oh,
like-
did you watch some? We haven't watched any reactions.
Yeah,
we
no.
literally stopped
Yeah,
watching.
Facebook.
Came in and recorded. Yeah, dude, he
Personal
wouldn't do
people
it.
that I've known.
And then the Law and Order and blah blah blah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jeez, Law and Order. Dun dun. Is that how it goes? Dun dun. Something like that.
Yeah,
No. Dun, dun.
That's for you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Which one?
All of them start
right?
like that.
It's like Law and Order 2000, Law and Order on the moon, Law and Order at
CSI
the bottom
Miami
of
is
the
the
ocean.
best.
Which one?
CSI.
CSI.
Miami.
CSI was
That's
cool.
it, man.
Was that Law and Order too?
No, that was
that's
CSI.
something
That's
different.
CSI Miami.
Oh yeah,
I think like CSI LA. So I guess it really comes down to what everyone's going to think. I don't know if anyone really thought that maybe Biden did a little bit better, so I'm going to swing to Biden's side, because it's really about the people in the middle. People voting for Trump are going to vote for Trump. They don't give a shit. Same thing with Biden. It's really about swaying the people in the middle. So I guess it comes down to whether or not they felt as if Biden's more presidential, but still kind of sticking up for himself is going to be something they want to sway over, or they still like Trump and his overbearing tactics and shit like that.
This is this political strategist called Paul Begala. He used to work for Clinton. Now he wrote a book, and he's like, I was wrong the way we thought we were going to beat Trump. And then I think they taken a lot of, from his particular standpoint, he's like, you need to make this about the people.
Sure.
That's why Biden was always looking at the camera
Yep,
and like, this is about you, because every time he starts thinking about himself, that he gets into the same situation when he got personal with his son, which is a personal
Sure.
And then Trump attacked him right away. Oh, you. But the minute he stays strong with the message about like, yeah, my son suffered with disease of the addiction, but we love him and we want to stay together. This is the whole idea. And then he needs to maintain the fact that the approach is on the American people, not me and not him.
Sure.
It's just about curing it. So that seemed a little bit positive from his side.
I agree. I can agree with that. I felt Trump had a couple good ones. I mean, one of the good ones with Trump was when he was like, name one law enforcement entity, whatever, that's supporting you.
Oh,
he couldn't think of anything. Just name one. Just one. What I wanted Biden to do, though, is all these ballots they can't process because you're fucking the guy that you put to run the USPS freaking, take away the sorting machines and crap like that. I'm surprised he didn't use that to his advantage.
Yeah, but like he's not doing anything illegal. It's the norm. It's not a law.
His taxes aren't illegal either. That's the thing. Like it's legal. Like what he did is legal. Now the whole Ivanka Trump thing, they could investigate, but at the end of the day, like he didn't do anything illegal whatsoever.
Does she have to pay taxes on that too? Probably.
I don't know.
We have to wait for next
Probably,
debate.
yeah. I guess it's considered. Yeah, I guess it's considered income, right? She probably wrote enough. It'd be interesting to see what her taxes are to see if like the whole family's benefiting from not paying any taxes. I would imagine it's pretty close.
I mean, I'm sure the more you make, the more loopholes you can get away with.
Of course.
But when you are running for presidency, it's I don't know. I mean, our Kavanaugh apparently was a drunk in college, and that did not affect the fact that he's the one deciding abortion laws. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean, I only wanted the 9 people in the Supreme Court to be like normal, totally biased on both sides.
You want to be right down the middle.
Yeah, but then
it's not going to happen.
It's not even Sotomayor.
That's what Obama tried to do.
Yeah,
right down the middle.
That's the problem. Yeah, and it's just never going to work.
Nobody should have any type of affiliations at all with that Supreme Court.
Is that for the Supreme Court?
That's for the Supreme Court.
Huh?
That's for the Supreme Court.
I know, but like, you definitely should not have any biases at all.
No, they shouldn't. But they're gonna.
Of course.
They're gonna.
Obviously, you're human. This is like, you know what I mean. But
you
have to be able to
you're
understand.
the judge. You're supposed to see above, the other things. Justice is blind, no?
Do we have arguments about how we feel about all the time about certain things? It's like we respect each other's decisions and beliefs. It is what it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part. That's the problem with social media, though. Like all of a sudden, it's like people are getting so pissed off and, unfriending and blah blah blah. So
I honestly haven't unfriended. I told you
I just
I think
block,
the last episode I was gonna do it.
I block from seeing their shit.
Like literally, my Facebook friends and people that I know are actually people I know. So like, I get it.
Sure.
And this is one of those times of the year or life that everybody has a whole bunch of different opinions.
Sure.
But most of the time it's just like the reason I'm friends with you is the reason we're friends in real life. So I mean, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yep, no doubt. Yeah. He also wouldn't say that he will stand by the decision. Like if he's not, if he's voted in, if not, he's like, I don't know, 80 million votes and blah, 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 and throwing my votes in the trash. Like he just was like, if I don't win, I'm not going to accept that is basically what he said. Whereas Biden was like, okay, I'll accept it.
Even Biden knows that the electoral vote is a sham towards the Democratic
all bullshit,
Party.
Dude.
He's still
He's
willing to be like, you know what? After the sham of the electoral vote, I'm willing to say, if this guy wins, this guy wins.
Did he really mail in his vote though?
Trump did, yeah.
Yeah, but every time. Isn't like the first thing the president does?
He goes in there, they film him,
does the thing, and they film it.
Isn't the first thing a president does is not tell people that you grab him by the pussy?
No.
Okay, well, so this is a different scenario, right? No,
but he doesn't trust the mail-in vote, but he mailed in his vote.
He tells it how it is. That's how I like it.
He mailed in his fucking vote.
He mailed in his fucking vote.
Mails his vote. And then
so
he
he's
says,
not gonna come to Florida and vote like every other person running for president has. I mean,
this is his residency because he knows he needs to win Florida, man.
But he has to win Florida. Whoever wins Florida wins.
There are no masks required in the state of Florida.
If somebody comes and picks me up to go somewhere, I already know it's like my wallet, my keys, my mask.
Yeah, I'm more wallet, keys, phone.
They asked Fauci, like, what about if you're in an elevator alone? And then Fauci goes like, you don't need it, but you don't know who's coming in the elevator.
No,
so you should always have the fucking mask.
Sure.
It's just simple things to just do it and just get it over with. We'll figure it out when we figure it out. Right now, it's just...
At work now, they're like, even if no one's around you,
just sign
the mask on.
The reason we're wearing masks is a moral idea.
Yeah,
it's
just
moral,
being
just pure
responsible.
ethical.
Yeah, for
ethical.
sure.
It has nothing else to do with moral responsibility, because by the time this pandemic is over, your kid and your kid are gonna be older. Like, hey, daddy, did you actually help during this pandemic? And I kind of wear the mask sometimes or not.
So getting back to the debate, nobody thinks anybody won, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I think,
But this is
Really?
the first time we're gonna have our we get to make a choice on our opinion before the rest of the world says something, and then we read it and then we decide.
Yeah, that's kind of cool because we have no idea who thinks what.
I like that Biden had his composure.
I feel like Biden just edged it with his presidential composure. But, Donald Trump had a lot of important points, that's for sure. And a lot of, a couple of stabs. Donald Trump was a lot more civil than I expected. I expected him,
But
I hate to say it, to stoop to Biden's level.
we
'cause
we brought the bar
you know.
with Trump. Like, oh, I guess he was gonna be a maniac pissing on the stage,
Yeah.
but he didn't.
Nope.
So he was good.
He was
I don't
pretty
think
good.
that's a good
He
standard
behaved
to
today.
keep a president of the United States. Well, he didn't shit on the
Yeah,
stage, so he did great.
He wasn't an asshole.
Yeah,
So
he didn't blow his nose
Not,
with the
not
tie.
like before.
I'm surprised he didn't bring up that he got rid of ISIS.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He
Maybe he's
forgot.
saving that. He's got to save some bullets. All right.
No,
well,
he doesn't save shit.
We're gonna do a couple quick updates, and then we're gonna call it a show here. Police officer Rustin Shesky told investigators that it wasn't just his life he was defending when he fired his weapon 7 times at Jacob Blake last month in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He said he used deadly force during the chaotic encounter because he was afraid Blake, while attempting to flee the scene, was trying to kidnap a child in the back seat of the vehicle. He's got my kid. He's got my keys, Shesky heard a woman say, according to attorney Brendan Matthews, who is representing the officer. If Shesky had allowed Blake to drive away and something happened to that child, the question would have been, why didn't you do something, Matthews said.
Wasn't it his own kid?
No, he's saying no.
The lady said that.
I don't know. Maybe the officer's claiming he didn't know whose kids were in the back seat. But that's the defense. They got to come up with something. That's what they're using.
All right.
It's bullshit, but whatever. BBC, Alex Navalny, Russian activist, discharged from Berlin hospital. On Wednesday, his spokeswoman said that he would remain in Germany until his treatment is over. Nevertheless, doctors now predict a full recovery. But interestingly enough, a couple of days later, Russian opposition figure Alex Navalny had his bank accounts frozen and his apartment seized after court order, his spokeswoman said. They seized the asset and the apartment of a person who was in a coma, Kiri Yammer said. And this Kiri, YRMYSH, I've looked her up trying to figure out, every time I read this is the person who's breaking the news, I don't know if she's a reporter. I try to find her, like what news organization she works for, but she always has a scoop on this guy. What's that?
She knows she is. We know who she works for.
Yeah, right. Well, she works for Navalny because she's been like talking him up. The move comes after a lawsuit was filed by the Moscow school child catering company, who owned by wealthy Russian businessman Yevgeny Prigozhin, named Putin's chef. So his nickname is Putin's chef. Mr. Navalny, his anti-corruption foundation, and associate made a video questioning the quality of their products after a food poisoning outbreak in Moscow schools in 2018. But in October 2019, a court ordered them to delete the video and paid 88 million rubles or $1.1 million in damages for libel, saying they had caused the company moral damage. So guy gets out of the coma and they seize his assets and they seize his apartment and they seize his bank accounts. Fucking A.
Well, who did that?
But do they see these?
The Russians.
Putin do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's right.
So I mean, that makes him more in a normal establishment will make him more of a martyr.
Yep.
But this is
Well, he's
Russia.
going back to Russia. He
This
said
is
it.
different. It's another. Let's see how that works for.
So I read an article on how they found the Novichok and associates of Alex Navalny went and Young Cam, we saw it. He's trying to like hide it, like hold on. But they went to his hotel room, sat in front of the door like with a chair so no one else would go in, and ended up getting a key to go in and just took all kinds of stuff that they assumed that Alex Navalny would have like touched. And they packed it up nicely and put it on a freaking plane and shipped it to Germany, where Germany tested the water bottle, in addition to other things, but they found the Novichok on the water bottle. So that's how they found out.
Some CSI Miami shit.
Pretty cool.
Man.
Yeah, totally. So this is an interesting one. CNN, Denny Hamlin, we were talking about him. So Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace is the African-American driver for NASCAR. Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are starting a NASCAR team. It's going to be a one-car team, and Bubba Wallace is going to be the driver. NBA legend, CNN NBA legend Michael Jordan will be trying his hand at a new sport soon, NASCAR. Jordan and three-time Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin announced Monday they'll be teaming up to form a new NASCAR Cup Series, and the team is with Bubba Wallace as a driver. Wallace has signed a multi-year deal to drive for the yet-to-be-named single-car team. The last black man to own a full-time race team in NASCAR's premier series was Wendell Scott, who owned a race team and raced his own car in the 1960s and early 70s.
A one-car team?
One-car team. So a lot of times with teams, you have two cars. You know, the high end, you can't have more than two, I'm pretty sure.
How much is one car?
I have it.
Okay.
He's got to see it. Forbes. This is from Quora, but it's Forbes statement. It says the annual budget for a team in 2019 averages about 142 million.
104. That's a team, so that's two cars.
Yeah.
So figure $70 million a year. That's a lot of money. Jordan has it.
What's the average of a NASCAR race? I'll have to do
For a win? Well, that would be for the team. So I've been a NASCAR fan my whole life, Jordan said. The opportunity to own my own racing team in partnership with my friend Denny Hamlin.
Put the sign,
and to have Bubba Wallace drive for us is very exciting for me. When they're talking $20 million for the car, they're talking about the engineering. They're talking about, all of the research that goes into it, the tires,
20 million
and stuff like that.
For how long? Just
for the season. For a season.
Okay.
All right. BBC, Xinjiang, large number of new detention camps uncovered in report. China's expanded its network of detention centers for its Uyghur minority, despite insisting the re-education system was being scaled back, report says. The Australian Strategic Policy Institute says there are 380 suspected facilities in the Xinjiang region, some 40% more than previous estimates. China says it's aimed to tackle poverty and religious extremism in Xinjiang. And then an interesting report I found right after that, AP, Associated Press, China uproots ethnic minority villages in an anti-poverty fight. So under a portrait of President Xi Jinping, Ashibusha sits in her freshly painted living room, cradling her infant daughter beside a chair labeled "A Gift from the Government." The mother of three is among 6,600 members of the Yi ethnic minority who were moved out of 38 mountain villages in China's southwest and into newly built town in an anti-poverty initiative. Farmers who tended mountainside plots were assigned jobs at an apple plantation. Children who, until then, spoke only their own tongue, Nousu, Nousu, attended kindergarten in Mandarin, China's official language. So basically, it's portrayed as like a positive, like we're helping the people. But basically, what they said is the same shit from the Xinjiang region. These people are being moved. They're being detained. They're put in these camps. They're made to, learn a new language and sing new songs. And they're saying it's to fight poverty, but, it's just trying to
drink the Kool-Aid.
We don't have to worry about that because here, and the same thing in Colombia, right? They speak like one main language. There isn't pockets of America that's just speaking French.
There are, where I'm from, there's a lot of native places that.
Are there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
Still
so
haven't gotten like the full extent of the Christianity up their asses,
Sure.
But then again, how did Jesus get to Korea? By the way,
Korean
shout out to
Jesus.
Korean Jesus.
Korean Jesus again.
How did you get there?
Al Jazeera, a teenager charged with killing two protesters in Kenosha, Wisconsin. This is Kyle Rittenhouse participated in a hearing at the Lake County Circus Court in Illinois, wearing a black sweatshirt and a gray mask covered his face. "Good morning, Your Honor," he said to the judge in his only remarks. During the Friday hearing, Rittenhouse's lawyer, John Pierce, said he intends to challenge the extradition from Illinois by writ of habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is a law that basically says you will not be unlawfully detained. And basically translates literally to show me the body. So unlawful and indefinite detainment. Judge Paul Novak gave the defense 14 days, even though they had asked for a month. So they're going to fight it. And my last one, Bloomberg, the U.S. imposed export curbs on chip maker SMIC, Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corp. U.S. firms will now need a license to export certain products to China's largest chip maker because of an unacceptable risk that goods could be used for military purposes. So another chip maker, another Chinese entity in the I guess semiconductor electronics telephone realm is being sanctioned. And that's pretty much all we got, man. I know. It sucks. So, any last minute thoughts? Anyone?
I
Anyone?
actually do have a last minute shout out.
Oh, that's right. Last minute shout out. Go for it.
Shout out to our cousin Mitch on his
Yep.
birthday.
Cousin Mitch's birthday in Iowa.
All right.
So-
Happy birthday, cousin Mitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's 5 years
Happy
younger than me,
birthday.
so he's 20.
Oh, God. So, is our cousin Mitch, he's 20. You didn't even have to bring it up. And
Is that on
look at you.
Celsius time?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you bwsspodcast.com, that's where you can get our audio, get our video. Audio, we're all over the place. We're on Amazon, podcasts, all that stuff. Spotify, iTunes, Castbox, all that crap. And that's pretty much it. Any last minute thoughts? That's it. We're good.
That's it. We're good.
Seth in camera 1, Laz in camera 2, Lucas in camera 3.
Hey.
Show Camilo in camera 4, cheesing like a mo. And that's pretty much it. We'll see you next week. Boom.
Boom.